It's Empty Folder. Welcome to the show. In this video, we'll talk about why your items are not selling, how to spot good items, how to identify what a good item is or potentially what a good slam is, when to slam your items, and generally how to progress with your economy. For those who live under a rock, don't forget to join the giveaway. Go in the previous video and see how you can enter. Now, let's get to it. Let's first talk about Rune Values. This is a spreadsheet that I made, and I'll leave a link to the spreadsheet in the description below so you can follow if there's any updates. But this is generally how pretty much every season goes. Now note that here you have two values for the runes, and that would be the sell market value and the buy market value. Now note here that when you want to write the rune words, you're gonna need that specific rune, so you're in need for it, so you're gonna have to buy it. So you should expect to pay a little bit more for this. So you should refer to the market value buy. Usually there are two stable runes every season, and that would be bear, and because you can create a bear with two sewers, of course sewer is also going to be stable at 1.5 and 3.0 for bear. Note also the graph that says market value sell. This is when you engage in a trade. For other goods and services, you're pretty much using the lower value of the rune, so do not expect when you go into a trade and sell your own rune for 1.0. I'd strongly advise every time if you're gonna trade these runes that have bigger spreads between the sell and buy, just communicate with the other trader if you can agree both on price. Rule number one when it comes to trading. If your item does not sell, that means that the price is not right. It means that you need to lower it, and lower it until someone comes and buys it. This is, I don't care if you're buying on Facebook Marketplace or selling, or if you're doing eBay, or if you're selling your grandma's teeth. If your price is too high, no one's gonna buy it. Now I know what you're gonna say. Oh, what if I'm underselling my items? I don't want to lose value. Which is true. And to be fair with you, sometimes in between the trades, I do that mistake as well, and I can underprice an item. But this is fine. Don't feel bad about it. Sometimes you're gonna also find a cheap item, and this is why flipping items actually exists in Diablo and in real life. But more on this later. Rule 2 is just keep trading as much as possible. The more trades you do, the richer you become in this sense of the word. But do not overprice your items. You don't need to stay 5 days on an item and try to milk 0.25 out of it. You're far better off having any trade than having no trade for a few days. The more liquid runes you have ready to spend, the more buying power you're gonna have, which means that you'd be able to buy and flip some of the more expensive items, like some good jewels, mirrors, or vials, depending on the currency you have. And I'll show you how to do this a little bit later. Now let's talk a little bit about filters and trading, what to look for, and how to spot it. You can easily integrate filters, which are going to be Discord notifications. You can have up to 10 Discord notifications at a time, and this is purposely made so you don't abuse the system. You can save a lot of filters, but you can use only 10. Depending on the stage of the markets and the amount of liquid runes you have, you can leverage this. But for example, it's easy to activate the vial one, and I will show you how to actually save one. Once you look for an item, so let's say you're on the trade site, you look for vial. Oops, not like this, like this. You can search. Now your parameters are saved. You can just go to filters, you can name it vial, and you can click save. As you can see, the name already exists, so this is gonna be updated. You can see this, you can use this because there's one only reason. When people list an item, there is a very good chance they want to sell fast. Now, you never know if this person wants to play until the end of the season, or they're planning to quit next week, and they're just willing to get rid of items so they can maximize their playtime value. Of course, if you're a person like me and you're planning to play for a longer time during the season, you can stay on these items and you can wait for them to get more expensive. But if you have a vacation planning for next week and you're out for a month, you're probably gonna sell that vial for pretty cheap. And this is how everywhere works. Another thing that you can look at, it's good jewels. So now let's look at this. For example, this is a perfect for AD, at least 18 maximum damage. If you do a little bit of research, you'd see that in PD2 you can have 4 mods on a rare jewel. They always spawn with 4 mods, which means in this case that you have one affix of maximum damage, let's say 15, one affix of maximum damage again with 3, enhanced damage of 40, and one affix with strength. Now this is about 3 out of 4 desired affixes, but the roll on one of them is pretty low. So the price on this jewel is 8.5. Now I can tell you that this is sitting here for 2 days, and if this price was actually good, someone would have already taken it. This is a good price for this jewel. 8.5 is pretty spot on, but when you're trading with high runes like this, it's always to keep in mind that you can haggle on the price, and you actually should. If I wasn't haggling on my prices, I would be probably 25% more poor in this case. So we don't have to use this as an example, but let's see what the archive have. You can go easy to this is actually a little tricky, but if you go to jewel, you can do enhanced damage. It's always on the bottom. Let's put it at 36, and you can do 2 maximum damage, and we're gonna change this to maximum damage. Let's do 22. Now we'll be looking the archive of jewels that had at least 36 ED and 24 max damage. These are usually the most desirable jewels. Now this is 7 to 24 with 38 ED. This is an insane jewel that pretty sure that this person would know the value, so you're not gonna try and snatch an item when I put it this way. Now this is a really good item. This is 4 out of 4 desired affixes. This jewel is absolutely GG. I don't think it can get any better, and oh my god, I really need one of these, and it's blue as well. So let's see what this sold for. So this sold for 15 high runes pretty much. The last offer on this item was 2 high runes. We don't know who, but this same jewel in 3 weeks time would cost about 50 high runes. You can buy it now for 15 and you can wait 2-3 weeks, or you can wait a week and sell it for 20. Actually 15 is pretty low for this. I would like to wrap up this by saying that you shouldn't definitely feel bad if you're buying an item that you think it's cheaper. You never know if this person is trying to undercut the market and just get rid of it because he's about to leave for work and he wants a quick trade, or he's planning to quit next week. There is a lot of the human factor here involved, but necessarily you shouldn't feel bad if you, for example, find a really cheap jewel. If the jewel is already listed in the market, that means that the trader already made up their minds and they're getting rid of it. Someone will buy it. It's not really your job to go and be like, hey, your item is really cheap. It's just how life works. If you're doing a garage sale, you're pretty much going to get rid of all of this. You've made up your mind, you know your value. If I come and I spot a very valuable coin, let's say, that is very, very old, and I will make money on it, I'm not just going to go grab it and tell you that this is $10,000 coin, why don't you go and make money on it? You don't even care anymore, you're already selling it for $5. Well, if I have this knowledge, and I know this, I'll get it and I'll go and I'll profit and I'll feed my family. This is how life works, and you definitely shouldn't feel bad if a good trade appears and you can make a profit on it. Just do it before someone else does. This is absolutely normal. Rule number 3, do your due diligence. If you're not sure about an item's value and you're maybe too lazy to check and see for yourself, come to the Discord, go to the price check, tag me, ask me, I'll do my best to check. If I'm not 100% sure, I will make sure that I give you an adequate price so you know how to price your items. If you do this 10 times, you would know better for next. So I'll be happy to help you. PD2 has done an amazing and incredible job of balancing 90% of the items that used to be trash and still are in LOD and Diablo 2 Resurrected. And on top of this, we have corruptions, which actually do two amazing things for the economy and for the items. One, there's 25% chance for these items to brick, which means that not every goods ring that exists, like Soj, Boo, or Wisp, is gonna survive, which kind of slows down the economy and would keep some of these item prices stable for a little bit longer. Another thing is that it can make already good items exceptionally better, or it can, as we just talked about it can destroy them. Or of course it can keep them slightly a little bit better, or just do nothing altogether. For example, let's do this Taurasha plate. At this point of 2 weeks into the ladder reset, it's a pretty garbage item. It's not gonna have any market value. If you put it for 2 shards, probably nobody's gonna buy it. But if you actually corrupt one all skill, I'm pretty sure you can get a Vex for it. I was actually looking for one like this, and it took me about a day to find someone who's online so I can buy it. Rule number 4 is slam your items and take the chance if you can afford it. You have to consider 2 things when you're slamming your items. They're gonna be caster items and physical damage items majority of the times. There's almost nothing in between. So when you're slamming an item for a caster character, of course you'd be looking for something like all skill, faster cast rate. But let's say this Tyros Might, for example. It's a physical DPS character item that would wear, so anything that's physical related would be best in slot. Same as the Veil of Steel. If you can slam 3 sockets on this, even 1 all skill would be great. Anything else would just not be as valuable. You'd be happy if this one survived. Oh, work. We're back. Same thing about this claw. If this claw didn't hit the enhanced damage slam, which is actually probably a low tier ED slam, which is also fine, it would be a big shame because it's actually missing an additional affix. That would make it just not trophy or GG. It'd still be great. Same thing as the Go Riders. These are expensive item. Which comes to rule number 5. If your slam hits one of the already existing affixes on your items, it's probably worth something. So come to the Discord and ask. I would like to wrap up this video by saying that having extensive knowledge on the markets and being good at it and manipulating it in a way where you profit without playing, it's gonna take you a lot of time and experience, but I can definitely help with this. I would definitely love to help each and every one of you. So please come to the Discord, hit me a message. I'll be happy to see any of the garbage items that you're asking me to price. I'll be happy to tell you that this is self-use or like this is GG, let's go. So don't be shy, come ask. And one more thing, one more reminder, Friday is the big giveaway, so make sure that you go to the giveaway sites of the Discord, click on that button underneath so you're enrolled. Good luck everyone, and ciao.